A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And to give this time to the tailback. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. The Jets on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 10. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
9-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, Dobbins. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 44. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
9-yard line.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
C.J. Mosley, the former Raven, in there on the tackle.
1-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, coach. Break it down.
Got a man. It's Brown.
Jackson on target to Brown for a Ravens 1st down.
1st and goal.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold it for a short gain when he took off running.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Jackson from the shotgun. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And the Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New York set to take the field. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Tucker now to add the point after.
The extra point.
And the lead is down to 4. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will make it into the end zone. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold going to throw right side here, complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. A 1st down throw, Darnold. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st and 10, Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. After the interception, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And he's got Snead. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
1st down, Ravens.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt.
No good. That keeps the score Jets 24, Ravens 20.
risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter, you give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that Lamar Hunt trophy and represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, time to look ahead to the NFC Championship coming up later today. And it should be a great one as well, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Green Bay Packers. So with that, let's get you right back out for the second half and the right to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl, as I'm privileged to hand things back over to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. This Jets offense heading back out there now, led by Sam Darnold. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins. We talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
Because they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Dean Lowry in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Darnold. It's caught. Smith. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Complete to Jonnu Smith. Brings up 3rd down.
3rd and long. It's Darnold. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
At the 22-yard line.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Ravens send their punter out now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Darnold from the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Here's Darnold. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Shreds him with a stiff arm. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. He'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
New York ready to go again offensively. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic.
That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10.
Now it's Darnold. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Darnold. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
A 31-yard attempt.
And Lutz's kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
At the 30.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Blesson Austin.
And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception. And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they've made some good adjustments, though. He's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the
blitz coming, and down he goes. Patrick Queen in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Darnold. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Matt Judon able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Back to throw, Darnold. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Jackson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
New York set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him. Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
At the 36-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Darnold completes it. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
Another carry for the
And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
Tackled at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On the tackle.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Sam Darnold sacked.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
They certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3.
Taken down.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coach would always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Another run here with Dobbins. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze the throwing the way we should have. And I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
On 1st down, Dobbins, big hold of the 30. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. Orlando Brown guilty of the infraction there. After the penalty, it's Ingram. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jets take over 1st and 10.
And here now the offense heading back out there. And right now they're just looking for a little more cushion, trying to make this a 2-score game. Points here would go a long way, obviously, to propelling them into the next round.
And this is where the head coach, offensive coordinator, they've had to set a tone all year long about what they do on offense. So most teams want to stay in attack mode, but you have to do it with some bit of caution, don't you? Because you can't come away with no points. You need these points here in order to feel a lot better about where they are in this game.
But this time of the year, playoffs, game of this magnitude, this is what we hope for.
Yeah, it's exactly what we hope for. You want to run your offense cautiously, but not so cautiously that you just give it up.
Darnold's pass.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
8 yards to go.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's the Jets punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. They need a touchdown to tie it. Of course, they know full well they won't have too many more possessions, if any, in this championship game. Jackson and the Ravens come up now, 1st and 10 at the 20. He'll throw from the gun. He dumps it down to Ingram. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking left side, Andrews with it complete.
Complete to Mark Andrews.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That one's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. He's got it to Ingram. Complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard gain on the play.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Jackson will throw again. And that is incomplete.
Jackson's pass intended for Marquise Brown. Incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on here to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the 4th quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead. Malik Harrison on the tackle.
Malik Harrison. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 now. Darnold complete. Smith has it. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Darnold.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 36-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 44-yard line. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40.
Another carry for the...
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
40-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
Could just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Going to give this time to the tailback. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Queen on the tackles. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Darnold throwing left side here, and it's complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So offensively on this drive, 2 of 2 on 3rd downs, and now they face a 3rd and inches. The shotgun snap for Darnold. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team is...
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front? Give him at least a stalemate in order to find that space.
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't they? Lutz will look to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Ravens 20.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this carries into the end zone. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense back out there. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the fourth quarter. This possession, gigantic. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Got a man. It's Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Mark Andrews.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
And it's 3rd down.
Again, Jackson. And that is incomplete. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
Brings up 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
Incomplete. Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turn. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Dean Lowry able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. To throw is Darnold. Hard throw, incomplete.
Darnold. You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And my goodness, another interception. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And it's a touchdown for the Jets.
Touchdown.
And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Hey, we gonna do what we do.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Marquise Brown.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
At the 25-yard line.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. The quick feet by Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs. Able to improvise and get the first.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. This one complete to Ingram. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Complete to Mark Ingram.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the 50-yard line.
Dancing to his left. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Opted to run for it. The decision, a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Well, another fine run right there for Lamar Jackson and CD. That one puts him over 100 yards now for the ball game.
And remember when all we talked about were 100-yard games from running backs? That when a quarterback did it was a surprise? Well, Lamar Jackson, that's part of the package as well. He'll have as many 100-yard games in a season as a top running back.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They are getting closer and closer to lifting that Lamar Hunt trophy. Not home just yet, but trying to polish things off here as they start 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3. Slam.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Down right around the 25. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
And all that hard work has paid off. They're AFC champions, and on to the Super Bowl they go.
It's got to be an amazing feeling for them, doesn't it, Brandon? The idea that you've done it all that hard work, all that sweating, all that effort, all those times you're getting yelled at by your coach, and now you get to go to the Super Bowl. Put your hats on, guys, and say AFC champs.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.